Space Rangers HD A War Apart. So, where last we left off, I had just finished unloading my big shipment of luxury goods on the planet Gurnwald, and I'm in search of new and exciting things to do. I could buy some cheap food here, or cheapish food, but I think what I'm going to do instead, let's take a look here. So Zaphis is buying luxuries for a good price. Another guy ended up in prison. Delete that out. I'm going to add this into my logbook and do a quick search for more goods. Same deal as before. I want luxuries at about 180. So they have some nice cheap ones. Sector Atlanta System Tourists. Oh, back down there, so I could go and get more luxuries from there. Okay, we'll just head back in the general direction of that the tourists, the Atlanta sector in general, because they seem to have some pretty good prices on luxuries overall right now. So, with that, quick check of the equipment here. Can't remember, where's my... I've got a small... Still not much that I'm all that interested in buying. Sort of next on my shopping list is going to be a repair droid, which will repair my hull as I fly. But for now, we'll fuel up again. Oh, what's going on in here? There's the crossed swords in this system, which means that it's under attack by something. Huh. I don't see much of a battle going on, but could be they're just about to show up, so maybe I should get out of here quick. Yeah, it says they're still under attack. But I don't see much of anything, really. Oh, this here is a military base. Don't really have any use for military bases right now. Like the other bases, they've got some unique things that you can do there. Looks like that system got captured by pirates, which is very strange because I didn't... Huh. Didn't see very many pirates in there. Okay, a little biotic droid weighs 22. Dog's playing with his squeaky toy down there. That's very strange, because there were no pirates there when I went in, or there was a pirate, but he'd been captured and was under arrest. This is what I mean about the pirates kind of being overpowered. I'm gonna pop back in there just to see what the heck is going on. This might be a bad idea, but I'm curious. Yeah, so I mean, you can see now it's just swarming with pirates. Absolutely swarming with them. Very bizarre. Okay, well I better get landed, get fuel, and get out of here quick. Fortunately, I don't have much in the way of money or anything like, or good equipment or anything, so... I like how the background changes, too. Like, it's just anarchy. You've got ships getting blown out of the sky, and everything's legal now. Maybe they took the planet because I brought all those luxuries there. Let's check out the equipment store. So always in the upper left here you've got different hull types. And for the most part, especially on the planets, you're not going to be terribly interested in them. You want to be buying your hulls from science stations and ranger stations and places like that. These are mostly meant for the civilian pilots. They typically have limited slots and other disadvantages that you really don't want. Let's see what the government has to say here. This planet is controlled by there I go again, misspeaking. It's the pirates who are running things around here, Imperialis. Don't you forget it. We've got our own rules, meaning there aren't any. Anyone can be shot at any time. This is a new step in the evolution of society, and before you start arguing this point, note that I have a loaded blaster in my desk drawer. I suggest you move away from your soapbox and tell me what you're here for. And there's the pirate logo in the background there. But I'm just gonna take off and get out of here, hopefully without somebody deciding they want to blow me up. I'm not a nice target. You want to leave me be. Okay, I'm just gonna pay him off. Just because if he goes hostile to me, he could potentially get the entire system after me, and for 900 credits, he's more than welcome to it. Check out Ushala first here. Cheap machinery. Or cheapish machinery. You can sell it for a profit easily enough, so I'll pick that up. And... not ore. Okay, so down in the Atlas system, which is kind of where I'm headed anyhow, so that's convenient. I forgot to... who's set buying for more? They are. So... nothing I find terribly interesting there. That's not a bad scanner, but... now this is the sort of hull that you'd want to be looking for, something in the Gravico or Hull Ranger series. This one's a really basic one, so it's not something that I want. I think my current hull might actually be a little bit better. But, like, my hull's bigger right now and all that good stuff, so... Just gonna repair up while I'm here, fuel up, and take off again. But generally speaking, that's the sort of hulls that you want to try and keep your eyes peeled for. Oh, and Atlas has a wormhole. Maybe I could show you that. Go sell this equipment and then take you into the wormhole. Get to see the arcade shooter aspect of things. And I'll get to try and remember how to actually control everything in the arcade shooter aspect of things. So now I want planet. LA. That's not it. There's a sort of... There it is. What's that there? Medical supplies, don't really care. I'm full anyhow. Oh, there's a scanner. Maybe I could pick myself up a free scanner. Nope, because it weighs 50. And it's made by the Pelangs. I broadcast my ship's information instead of scanning other people's. So now, not a massive profit, but enough. And let's see, is that wormhole still open? It says it is, so let's go see if we can't find that wormhole. Always want to make sure you fuel up before you jump into one of those, because it will teleport you to a random spot in the galaxy. And there's the wormhole. Let's go check this out. So, your weapons behave very differently in black holes, and it's not turn-based, it's all real-time. And here it is. It's, like I said, it's like a weird little... Oh, that was a debuff, actually. It locks my weapons for a certain amount of time, and I want to run away, avoid him. Well, I can't shoot. I want to find a power-up here. But yeah, you just control with the keyboard and fly around, and I want that to refill my health if I needed it. But my weapons are unlocked now. I just need to find him. He was off in this direction. Oh, I see him now. There he is. So your missile launcher fires these weird little... And I just won. He's the... This was the very first black hole I did, so it's pretty easy. It's almost a tutorial in and of itself, but you can get much more complicated ones that have multiple enemies and different power-ups and stuff like that. I only used the... Oh, there's the... This is that flak gun of mine. It shoots these blue bolts. And then the missile launcher shoots that ball that then explodes into 3 other ones that kind of home in on enemies. But I'm done in here, so let's leave and see where we end up. I wonder if that's going to break the system too. And so where'd we end up? Oh, just up in Beltrix. Fair enough, not too far. But we were headed down towards... Oh, right at the edge of my jump distance, I can get all the way down to Craw. See if I can still find some of those cheap luxuries. Well, just see what I found in there. Iron Zupi. An Iron Zupi colony led by the Queen may increase hull defense by 5. So this will increase my protection down here. All I need to do is take it, and my ship has 4 artifact slots. So I take it, I drop it into one of those, and now I've got a protection of 6, which is actually quite considerable for an early game ship. That's a pretty decent buff. So yeah, the little wormholes are definitely worth flying around in. We're completely out of gas now. Let's just take a look around, see what we can't find on these planets. This whole sector seems to have some pretty good prices on artifact or on luxuries. So just take a quick look. May as well get some fuel. And that does not, however, have good prices on luxuries. I mean, they're not terrible prices, but not anything I want to be purchasing. That droid's too big, don't really need a shield right now. Okay. What did I click on that for? And any damage that you suffer in hyperdrive or in hyperspace does carry over to your ship in the real world too, so. What's that? Food. Hey, won't turn down free food. Something else I should actually do is make my way over to a science station somewhere and get some get a probe going, because that's sort of a need to drop it off on a planet and let it do its thing for a while, and then nope, nothing there. Very large scanners and droids, so I'm not interested. I mean, really, with me having the equipment set as low as it is, my... Oh, and there's the instructions for how to do the black hole stuff. But for now, let's just take off and go see if we can't find... Can't even pick up that food anyhow, it's too big. I believe it said it was in the tourist system I want to go. System Atlas. Oh, that was cheap technology. Okay. Maybe then. Since it's one of the only things, or one of the only bases I haven't shown you yet, I'll show you the military base here. And check the news from there. So this is the military base. You can go up ranks within the military here. You need to accumulate 100 combat pilot points to get promoted to cadet, and they give you a little beanie when you do that. They'll also repair your ship for you, and you can actually order military operations. I mean, it's expensive, but it's a good way to get the military to kind of take some action. Like if there's a lot of systems being taken over by dominators or pirates or something like that, then you can order a military attack. So I'm not going to right now. It's more useful when you are wanting to join in, and you can actually follow them along and help them fight and pick up the scrap that they leave behind and stuff like that. And then the same deal, they can develop the base, and you can ask them about military developments. So right now, the coalition is kind of stinking. They're controlling 30% of the, or 36% of the territory, and also gives you a hint as to where they're going to be aiming next. The Hamel system in Sector Megrez. Where's that? Oh, it's right there. So if that's where they're planning on attacking, might not be the dumbest idea. For 3,300? Oh, okay. So they aren't actually performing a military operation. It's kind of a random chance if they will or not, but so it only ended up costing me 760, which isn't ideal, but life goes on. Big droid, big scanner. Worse engine than what I have. So now this is interesting. Way out of my price range, but this would actually be a decent upgrade for me. If you look on the left-hand side there, you can see you can equip 3 weapons. Those are the 3 slots at the top. 3 artifacts, as well as all the utility slots. The one thing it can't do is it can't use its engine afterburner, which is a bit unfortunate. But it'll block up to 4 damage per hit. I stack that little artifact that I found on top of it, and it's blocking 9 damage, which is very impressive. And it's a fairly good-sized hull. It's almost 500 units in size, which is pretty darn big. I mean, right now my ship is 368, so it'd add another 150 onto that. And then this, a slightly larger version of what I have. Oh no, it actually does have an afterburner, I think. Maybe. I'm not sure. Anyhow, this is a slightly larger version of what I already have. Only difference being it's 473 in size versus my 368. Oh. That's not a bad little gripper. 60 units. And these ones are some of the ones that came out with the new, with the HD and the War Apart stuff. Is some of these technologies you'll see have a list of bonuses and penalties at the bottom. So this one gives +3 missile weapon damage, -2 shield generation, and -100 to my radar range. It is Maylock. Sometimes you can find some neat stuff at the military bases and the pirate bases and stuff like that. Seriously debating if I want to pick that up. Or maybe even pick this one up. It's smaller than what I have now, and it'd increase my... Yeah, I'll go for that telekinetic gripper. So we'll sell it, pop the gripper on, repair up the ship, and off we go. So now I could pick up this food. which I'm not going to bother doing. I want, however, I forgot completely to check out the news reports there. That was really dumb of me. Okay, search, goods. Okay. Sector GERT. I don't know if I have access to GERT. I do not. Really good price though. But nothing immediately available, so instead let's search for Technics. Oh, that was not what I wanted to do. I want to set my maximum price 70. Sector Rigid. Again, one that I don't have access to, and it looks like it'd actually be really tough to get to because it's got this blockade of pirate systems between me and it. So maybe what we'll do instead and then that's the other thing with trading, is sometimes you just kind of have to wait for the economy to reset itself. And banana. Let's go down to banana. That's a ranger who's turned to piracy by the looks of it. So go to Planet Banana here and let's check out the news. They'll also tell you when there's going to be attacks on systems in the news. They built a new medical center. New business center. Ceremony on planet Windows. So there's a really experienced merchant ranger who's poking around the Bellatrix system. Sometimes that can be useful to follow around and see what's going on there. But what I'm going to do here first is put a quick cut in the video, because I'm coming up on half an hour, and then I'm going to undertake my first government mission, just to let you guys experience that. Because right now the trading seems to have dried up, at least temporarily. Oh, and every year, so I guess that must, yeah, the years ticked over. And up in the Atlas system at Ranger Center Pegasus, I got a free micro module. So it's sitting there waiting for me. But with that, I'm going to put a cut in the video, and we'll see you after the jump, and we'll start doing a government mission. Cheers. Have a good one.